Welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have questions or comments, we have multiple ways to be reached. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those who need instant gratification. And the show's Twitter feed is @SkimPod. SKIMPOD.
Stays Crunchy.
If you want to hear yourself on the show, why not leave us a voicemail? 216-302-8763. That's 216-302-8POD.
Stays Crunchy.
For the more patient amongst you, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Crunchy again being spelled with a K. We're available via Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Google Play, Spotify, and of course at the website stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show wherever you can.
Stays Crunchy.
And if the pockets is feeling extra chunky, you can put in on this and support our Patreon. It's available at patreon.com/stayscrunchyandmilk. And if you donate at the $5 or higher level, you get an entire extra show each month with even more content coming soon.
Stays Crunchy.
Our personal Twitters are Tatum216, Lunchbox2099, The Real ODP, and I'm your host, the Internet's Tayrail713. They was like, I went to the post office on like Lorraine and 65th, the little bitty post office. Basically, they had to take us to a little side back room.
They did the same thing to me, and I went to the one over in Middleburg.
Yeah.
Took me over to a side room, had me sit on a chair, and the lady's like, I hope this works. I'm not sure if I'm
That's
doing
exactly
it right.
how my dude was when he took my pictures. Like, let me tell you, I guess most people don't do this. They bring in their own picture, or they go, because Drug Mart takes the pictures, and everybody, their mom will take it, but.
So, go to Drug Mart?
Drug Mart
take the picture?
I mean, I don't care. Like I said, I got it done at the post office. I gave it, what was it, extra $10, $14, something like that?
It was, an extra $10.
Yeah. And it was perfectly fine.
I just didn't trust that I would fit the requirements for what they were looking for.
Because
so I figured if they fuck up, it's on them, not me.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? He did fuck up, and it was on him, and they had to fix it. Old girl ended up having me cut my own pictures out because she was worried about her shaky hand. So I was like, okay. That whole experience was interesting and unique in that regard. Oh my goodness.
Did you get the Impossible chili?
No, just white turkey. I don't miss meat. So I don't need to replace it with anything.
Yeah, I don't miss meat either, but I was, I did enjoy the Impossible Whopper. I was just telling Lunch, I've had 3 in total, and each one, like the first one was the best one. Mm-hmm. The second one was okay. And the third one, it might have been the third one might have been the second best one, but the second one was definitely starting to be a diminishing return.
I haven't gone and gotten one since that time I had it. But one because I've been better about my carbs these last couple of weeks, so I shouldn't be eating the burger bun. But then I think the Impossible Burger patty itself is higher in carbs because it's not meat; it's veggie based.
Yeah, it's like beans, whatever, right? The musical fruit. I don't know what's going on in there, but what is?
I mean, I don't know what ingredients are in it, so we can look that up.
I wonder if they share that information. While he looks that up, hey, welcome to it. Stage Ranch Milk episode 319. Back in the confines of 230 East, Huron Road East. That is Susie Soup. Soups or soup? It's just an S. What's going on with that?
This is apostrophe S.
Yeah, I think it's
Susie's Soup.
The window says Susie's Soup and Deli.
All right, there you go. I never knew about the deli portion of their program. What we doing the goddamn thing?
It says, according to the Impossible Foods website, the 5 main ingredients of an Impossible Burger are water, soy protein concentrate, coconut oil, sunflower oil, natural flavors. Impossible meat also contains 2% or less of potato protein, methyl cellulose, yeast extract, cultured dextrose, fruit starch, soy leg hemoglobin, salt, soy protein isolate, mixed tisopherols, zinc glucinate, thymine hydrochloride, sodium ascorbate, niacin, pyridoxine hydrochloride, riboflavin, and vitamin B12.
Riboflavin!
Nearly everything you said from, I forgot the number, word start with T, was just vitamins. And the same stuff you get in your cereal.
Yeah, I've taken niacin pills before for flushing, so.
Swine like mono and Douglas arise. But yeah, I saw potato starch and another kind of starch, so there's your carbs. You found them. Also, I guess soybeans might have carbs, I'm not sure.
They're beans.
So an Impossible Burger, just a patty, has 5 carbs, according to the nutritional facts I pulled up in Google.
Yeah. Well.
So I guess, like, you know, if I didn't have it on a bun, it would be passable. But like at that point, like, it's not like when I eat like a regular meat patty without it, like, I feel like there's some substance to that. But if I'm just eating the Impossible Burger patty, like without the bun, I'm not really getting the full burger experience, I think.
I almost feel like we need to test that. So you just get it with like maybe cheese and mayo, you know, fat bomb it up like you do when your keto is strong, just to see if it works for you flavor wise or also just texture wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this kind of works. But you eat meat for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You get your protein from where you get your protein at. So it's all to the good, and I trust it as much. As you heard it, what I will probably leave in at the beginning of this episode, we were discussing the hustle to get one's passport and the joy that is the post office to get your passport, because you got so many options. Some libraries do it, the post office does it. And I think that's about all we got for our options. You can get your photos done at a number of places.
You might be able to do QI on that, where you were just at with the Z.
Oh, okay, my man spelled over here.
I haven't played that in a long time, but I know like sometimes those like little like 2-letter words like.
Yeah, well, with the version I'm playing right now, not to be too, it's like a boards that's already played, and like you just keep on going through it. Yeah, I could do certain things, but the goal is to get to 627 points quickly.
So it's a speed round.
More just to get to it in the least amount of turns.
The Words with Friends hustle is still here? Is that Words with Friends Part 2 or something? What is it?
It is actually Part 2.
I don't know if they made a sequel or something, and so.
But
oh man, if only you had another N for right there.
Another N?
Yeah, you could have had far, in, and fat. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. Ant. It would have been ant. It would have been far, ant, and in.
But a few words all at once.
Yeah, you would have had 3 words there. That would have been some boss shit. Shut the club down on that one.
The joy of passports is that now Daniel will need a passport to travel next year. And then luckily he has one.
Where are you going next year?
Anywhere on the airplane.
Anywhere, yeah. If you want to fly and you don't have a federal driver's license, you have to have a passport to fly. Anywhere, even in the continental United States.
Really?
That's what the lady told me. All right, so did I fill you in on what happened last week? So I had to go last week to get a submit for my new driver's license because my driver's license expires this year.
Gotcha.
And what?
I do remember you have to do that. You were telling me it was going to take 2 weeks.
Yeah, so like T told me to bring like my passport and like a bill. So that's what I showed up with. And apparently you need another form of ID, which like a normal person could have used like their driver's license, but the driver's license, the address on there is my mom's address because I didn't own my house yet the last time I got a driver's license. So,
4 years ago.
Yeah, so I have like my driver's license, I have my mom's address on it, and then I had a card that they gave me at the DMV that said, use this with your driver's license until you get it updated because it proves your address.
Okay.
So the lady at the driver's license place tells me that they can't accept that card.
The card they gave you.
Yeah, I'm thinking, how the fuck can you not accept the card that you gave me to use with my driver's license? So at this point, my options were drive all the way back home. I mean, I make it sound like it's far, which on a normal like traffic day, I don't live but a couple minutes from there. But it took me 20 minutes to get from my house to the title bureau, which was less than 2 miles away. So, and I had to get to work. So like they opened at 8. I got there at 7:59. I left my house like 20 minutes prior to that because I was hoping to sit in the parking lot and like walk in as soon as they unlocked the door.
Lie.
So when I got there a minute before they were technically supposed to open, when I walked in, there were already 3 people at the counter all getting helped already. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He's like, come on in, baby.
Yeah, so I had to wait a couple minutes. Like, it wasn't long. I had to wait like 2-3 minutes for someone to open up. But, yeah, so I go up to the lady, and I got my passport. I got, I think it was my sewer bill. And I tell she goes, oh, how can I help you? I go, I need to renew my driver's license, and I want to get my sticker while I'm here. So she says some shit to me about, oh, do you need a regular driver's license or a federal driver's license? And I go, I don't know what you're talking about. I literally say, I have no idea what it is you're talking about. So then she tells me that, starting next year, that if you want to fly, you have to have a federal driver's license or have your passport. So I go, well, I mean, I guess I might as well get the federal license since, I don't want to carry my passport everywhere. If I take a trip somewhere, I only want to take it, if I'm going to Canada or something. Mm-hmm. I don't want to, if I fly to Florida, I don't want to fucking carry my passport with me because there's just one more chance for me to lose it. So then, she asked for, the different forms of ID, and I'm like, well, I brought this and this, and she goes, oh, well, you need, a Social Security card or a birth certificate. And I'm like, well, I don't carry those with me. They're at home.
That's what it was, the birth certificate, the extra bonus.
Yeah. So, I'm like, I don't carry those things. I don't understand the people who carry their Social Security card or birth certificate with them, every day. What are you hoping? That shit's only for, official shit. I don't need that to go to Walgreens. So, I keep that shit in a top loader at home where it's safe, because I don't want to go to the hassle of getting that shit replaced.
For sure. Because if you lose it, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I tell her, I'm like, it's at home, and she goes, well, you can go home, you go back and get it on, and, we can come back and finish up. I'm like, it took me 20 minutes to get here. I'm like, it's going to take me 20 minutes to get back, and then another 20 minutes to get back here. And then I still got to go to work, and I start work at 9. I'm like, now my boss had given me, the okay, under the table to, be a little late if it needed to be, because I told him my situation. Because the situation was, my driver's license expires on the 27th. That's my birthday. I'm flying out to Las Vegas on the 25th. I didn't know that it takes 10 days now, minimum, for them to mail you your updated driver's license. So that's why I went last Wednesday before work, so that I could hopefully get my driver's license in the mail before I take off on this plane. Because right now, they took my current driver's license, they punched a bunch of holes in the fucking thing, and gave me a piece of paper that says, basically they invalidated my current driver's license, and then gave me a piece of paper that says it's okay to use this driver's license. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Until somebody, until you get it in the mail, pretty much.
Yeah, so I got to carry.
So was it a hole or was it an Ohio-shaped hole?
The hole?
Yeah.
No, it's like a bunch of little holes. It's not even shaped like anything. It's just a bunch of dots in the upper left corner. They put it in a hole punch and put all these little holes in it.
Oh, it was for the magnetic strip.
Oh, it says void.
Oh, it spells out void?
No, it says Ohio. Actually, it says Ohio. I knew it had to be some shit. It was just nothing fancy.
It does say Ohio.
And it punched right through your magnetic strip, basically make your magnetic strip useless.
Yeah. So and then they give me this piece of paper, and they're like, "Oh, if you get pulled over or something, give them this, and that'll be a valid driver's license." I'm thinking, why the fuck would you need to punch a hole in this one and ruin it if you know it's gonna take 2 weeks for me to get the other one? I don't understand the thought process.
The thought process is that they needed somebody to make up a fancy hole puncher that they could all have.
Well, it used to be they would take the old one and give you the new one. But now they mail you the new one, so there's no possibility there's no process for them taking the old one. So now he's got to ruin the old one.
But I mean, what's the point?
Well, if they took it, then you could do nothing with the old one. There's no actual point. It's just
my thing is even taking the old one. What am I going to gain from having an old driver's license?
Yeah.
Memories.
So whatever. It didn't make any sense to me. But anyway, so before I could even get to that point, so I tell the lady, I'm like, I got to be at work at 9. I don't really have time to go back there. And I'm like, I need this done today because I got to fly in a couple weeks. And I was told it's going to take minimum 10 days for me to get this thing. Now that's why I'm here right now. So she goes, well, I can. She basically told me she can create some sort of register form. I guess it had something to do with my sticker, so because I went and did the e-check 2 days prior to that. We have those stations where you can go scan your VIN number with almost like a grocery store scanner, and then you plug the computer thing into your dashboard and it reads it and gives you the printout.
Where's that at? I want to do that with the Focus.
Canal Road, right over by Cinemark.
Oh shit, it's close for me to go to the one by what you call it, then to go over
Well,
there.
I think they have one on Bel Air too, but you can look it up on the website. It tells you where all the stations are. I always just go to the Canal one because it's like a lot of people don't realize it's there.
Yeah.
And so it's like never anyone there. It's like off the cut.
I feel like it's like equidistant from your mom's house and your house currently. It's like in the middle between those two spots.
Yeah, I mean, I got off work and I went there. So I got off work the other day, went to the e-check, then I went up to the drug mart, got the eye drops, ran into that old girl, and then got home all within less than an hour.
Nice.
So it's like, it took me the same amount of time to go get that shit done and then get home than it would have, like, maybe an extra, like, 15 minutes than if I would have just went straight home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so, like, the lady does whatever she needs to do. She sells me the sticker, and then I guess she uses that form as my other form of ID, which this all seems so stupid to me. But then she tells me that because, like, it wasn't, like, a birth certificate or a social security card or whatever, that, like, she can only give me a normal ID.
Yeah.
Like, not like a state ID, but like a normal driver's license, not the federal one.
The law that is for these federal things is the Real ID law.
Oh.
So that's what she means by real whatever. So I get that part of it.
Yeah, so like it means now that when I get this driver's license in the mail, it's good for like everything except flying, I guess.
Yeah.
So like if I go to fly anywhere for the next 4 years, I have to use my passport to fly. Even if I go to like Chicago.
Yeah.
I gotta fucking have my passport to go from Cleveland to Chicago.
Any commercial flight. You get on the PJ though, be all right, man. Gotta find somebody who owns a plane. Start hanging out with those dudes.
Yeah, it's a private airport near my house, and I'm quite sure all sorts of shady shit goes down because you hear planes, just random planes at random times.
That's always been one of my fears is like being in my house and just having like a car or a plane crash into it. Like, well, I'm like watching TV on the couch, and all of a sudden there's like a Lincoln Town car like in my hip.
Well, 2 weeks maybe 2 weeks after we moved into the house, like permanently, like a plane crashed like 2 streets over, like a private plane. So shit happens.
Yeah.
Goes down.
That's why, like, when everyone's like, oh, why don't we have jetpacks and shit? I'm like, I can't even trust you motherfuckers to roll around on cars on the ground. You think I'm going to trust you to be jetpacking around my neighborhood after you've had, like, a bottle of Tito's?
Yeah, because, like, they have, like, there's always, they rent out planes to, to do jet tours and shit like that all the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when they rent a car, sometimes they don't clean it out right. Who knows what they doing when it's less regulations for one of those like 2-seaters.
Yeah, I mean, the lady who sits in front of me at work, her son has his own airplane. She's not happy about it.
That lady, it's just funny to me, like she is so low key, but like it seems like she's like fucking Forrest Gump in your department. Like she lives in a house that's like really nice, but she's like, I bought it like 40 years ago before it was what it was.
Her next door neighbor is Adrina Selgauskas.
Yeah.
Fuck with it.
That lady's low key rich, and she just don't want to admit it. She just like maybe she used to do webcams back in the day, and now she's all flush.
I don't think I'm gonna go that far.
No, thank you, sir.
But yeah, so now I gotta wait for the license to come in the mail, and I have now that I mentioned it, I bought that sticker and I haven't put it on the fucking plate. I better do that.
The reality of it is you own it. If they looked it up, it'd be like, oh yeah, it's registered. I mean,
Yeah, I know. I put it in the glove box because I was trying to get to work.
Yeah.
So I went and did all that, and I actually got to work on time. Like I was like still 10 minutes early.
Nice.
Which with our traffic these days, because all the road construction is a fucking miracle.
Yeah. Man.
I came straight here today, and I get so angry with people who just like decide to cut in front of me without a turn signal that like I just want to ram my car into theirs. It happened 3 times this morning.
Mine is.
And like I was literally sitting behind the one SUV on West 14th, and I was like, if I just hit the gas pedal right now, I'll just claim that it was a malfunction.
Mine is, because I take the short end, is when I leave a space between me and the car in front of me that is there for my safety and theirs. And somebody's like, whoa, he must meant to me to slide my ass up in that bitch. Like, no.
Well,
that's for me to not hit them Now you got me all fucked
Dude,
up.
I was in the roundabout and a fucking truck cut across me.
It's
Like, I was driving through the roundabout and a truck's like, I'm just going to cut in front of you right now without giving you any warning and then honk at you when you almost hit me.
yeah, it's like, dude, I will burn this whole place down.
Yeah.
Like, hell no.
I'm so sick of my morning commute.
When I took driving classes, the one thing I was told was, you don't give somebody a whole car length in front of you.
Yeah.
What you do is you look at your windshield, and their windshield, like the back tire, should look as though they're sitting on top of your car. So it's like you will see next time you drive, you will see that's enough room, because if you have too much room in front of your car, that gives people the fact to think that even if it's like a car length for you, they'll think they can squeeze in.
I'm also used to driving cars with shoddy brakes. I have a car that I can literally stop on a dime with, because I've had to. Because somebody just, like I said, somebody weaved in front of me the other day, and I literally had to, like I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's been happening so much, man.
People are irresponsible. But
This is the time of year when people are like 5 or 10 minutes behind because of everything that's going on. It's construction all across the city.
Dude, yesterday on same street, West 14th, I actually put my car half in the bike lane to block the lady who was behind me who was trying to ride the bike lane down West 14th to cut everybody. When she finally got around me, she looked over at me and gave me the dirtiest fucking look, because I purposely did it.
Yeah.
I put half my car in that bike lane so she couldn't fit her SUV
like,
through.
No, sweet, you're not coming
Yeah.
over here.
I was like, we all gotta wait, you waiting too.
Yeah, it seems like to me, like, I told T about this the other day, like, the anger people are having for no reason. So, you know, where we park, there is no set parking spaces.
Yeah.
Like, you just park to the best of your ability.
You can slam that bitch in there however you fit it.
So, somebody left a note on my car. Now, granted, like, this morning, I came in at 6 in the morning. So,
Are you parking on the same street as me, or are you parking like one over?
I'm parking the same street as you now, but this time I was at the other street by the gym.
Oh, okay, so the other side of the gym.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even more clusterfuck.
Yeah, so you're like more next to the gym, like where all the regulars are. Okay.
So he was like, somebody left a note like, you parked like an asshole. I put my nuts on your door handle. I'm like, first, I parked the best way I could, and like, you know, people coming in and out of there, 'cause like you said, where the gym regulars park at, like where I parked at was a regular parking spot probably that morning, because matter of fact, I was in the curb like this.
Yeah.
Like,
So I know where you are. You're on that bend there.
yeah, I was right on the bend. I was like, I want. At first, I was like, if I didn't have to pick up my kids, I would go into a deep investigation about this shit.
Yeah.
But I was just like, this is no man's land. For you to even have those set of cojones to be like, you parked like an asshole, when this guy got to park like this because the people at that metal shop put a bunch of twigs like in front. So there's like a whole like 5 feet that you can't park in because they don't want to move those twigs. And one morning I was moving them, and he was like, somebody's gonna come pick those up. I was like, no, they're not. Those have been there for a couple weeks now, but I just left it alone. They left it there because I guess they don't want anybody parking near there. So,
Just like the house on fire one morning before you walk by. Just
No, they got cats that live over there. I don't want the kitties to get hurt.
oh yeah, they do have cats over there, and they like, I'm sure that gym has like some cameras and stuff like that too. Last thing you need is like, I need is an arson case.
Believe, if I ever catch anyone in the act of trying to put a note on my car, we're having words. Like, do not touch my shit. Like, I will lose my shit.
Yeah, it was just like, I could see if I was just like parked like really awkwardly. It was just like, I've been here since 6 in the morning, so I was here before anybody else. Everybody around me parked like assholes. I parked the best way I could that morning, and I was just like, first of all, I think I know we need to stop talking about parking. Nobody cares about this.
get it off your chest, man.
Oh no, it's off.
I think everyone has parking stories that they want to share.
Yeah, like I just feel like I miss living in a neighborhood where I could just get on the train and read a book for a half an hour before going home. Like, I'm looking forward to that day where, like, either we fucking get a new building so I can stop coming downtown, or just be able to get on the rapid again.
I didn't mind riding the train so much as I didn't like having to adhere to the train schedule.
Yeah.
Well, no, because like I work overtime randomly, so it's like what happens on it. Like there's been nights where I've stayed till 9 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to fucking have to go downstairs and wait a half hour for the fucking maybe an hour for the train.
That is true with your freedom, and like I had the advantage where I parked on Shaker Square, and during peak hours, like every 5 minutes I can catch any train. Now if I was like one stop over at, if I was going like towards anywhere else, that would end.
The whole thing about the whole morning rush hour traffic that boggles my mind, though, is like, all right, so I come in, I work 9 to 6. I'm on the road during the 8 o'clock hour. There's fucking cars as far as the eye can see everywhere. The highway's backed up, all the roads are backed up. Well, there's a lot of construction going on, but there's cars fucking everywhere. I know parents are taking their kids to school, but that's more like back in the neighborhood. Yeah. That's not like coming into downtown and around downtown.
Well, it is like it's a school like right after. It's a couple schools around there, so it is a little bit granted.
Yeah,
but it's mostly looky-loos in the morning.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like the amount of traffic, like it can't all be the schools, like because downtown traffic's everywhere.
Yeah.
I work till 6. Where the fuck are all these people at when I get off at 6? Are they all working like 9 to 4? Like where the fuck are all y'all going? Like y'all just come in wherever you please and then dip out at 4 or 5?
People gotta be getting their kids, man. It's a sweet spot. Like if somebody leaves at 4:30, it's a big difference between me leaving at 4:30 and 4:35. Like if I leave at 4:30,
yeah, you're leading the traffic. I've seen that.
And then, but if you leave at 4:35, it's literally a 15-minute difference between what time. Like it is. It's amazing how. I mean, and granted, we live in Cleveland, Ohio. I can't imagine living in another city.
I noticed like when I leave on Tuesdays, like today, like for bowling, I leave the office at 5:45. So that I can get down in my car and get to the bowling alley, which it's hard right now because I have to take Pearl Road the whole way rather than the highway because it gets backed up. But even still, like I noticed like how quickly, like especially like people usually like most people leave like on the hour, so like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. If you leave in the middle of that, you get like there's like like you said, like that few minutes where it's like the initial wave died down and you're hitting before the new wave comes in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been interesting, especially like there's a couple things that's been happening. Did you notice like they cut down some of the trees and you can see more of the vagrant, more of their housing down there? Like it was the other day, it seemed like it was like I seen some lady getting changed down there. I'm like, oh no! Usually that's not when you see boobs, you're usually like, oh. Nah.
I missed a traffic light on Saturday because of one of those people. They were they were fucking like wandering around. One of those people, like one of the people from that village. Yeah. They were wandering around, and like trust me, like I see these people enough to know where they came from, where they live, like who they are. And so it's like I'm coming down trying to find a parking spot for Saturday overtime, and the dude just walks across the street during the green light. So he stops all the traffic in front of me. And I ended up missing the light and had to wait like 2 more minutes for this fucking light. Oh, wow. I was so salty at that dude. Because I saw his ass the next day.
Was that to do with the yellow and black Air Maxes?
Nah, this is a black dude with like a fro and he's...
A TWI, a teeny weeny fro.
Something like that, yeah. Because I saw that dude so that was on Saturday. I got off work Monday and I was walking to my car, and sure shit, that guy's up the road in front of me, and I was just like, God damn you, dude. Yeah,
those dudes need a better memory when they approach people. It was one dude that we seen like in Tower City, we seen him like around the Harry Buffalo one time, and he's always like, I need some money to get on the bus. I'm like, I see you this morning in the parking lot. You don't need no more money. I don't know what you need, but yeah.
Like, I see your calves. You ain't taking the bus.
it was this one dude that we had seen over behind us, and I seen him that morning in the flats. He was like, "Oh man, I'm a college student. I'm trying to get." I'm like, "Man, dude, first you look 35. Second, like I just seen you this morning." He's like, "Oh, okay."
I saw. Well, the morning I went to go get the sticker for my car because my birthday was this month as well. I saw what I would call the highway shift change. It's right at the corner of Warren and Lakewood Heights before you turn on the Warren. It's like a highway just right near there, but there's people who stand there, they sign out, on the God bless and good night. But I actually watched one person walk up to that person and basically them swap out.
I saw that on Saturday too. Like we were getting on the freeway to head back down for I went and saw Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
And I saw the shift change and like do you need anything and all that.
I was like, huh, okay. Very good. I always tell Vanessa this, and she goes, "I don't know, T." I'm like, I'm just saying, those people oftentimes, a lot of times, most of the time, got nicer shoes than I'm wearing right now. I gotta believe they're a little better off, and they're leading you on to believe. And then once I saw the shift change happen, and they seem to acknowledge it, I'm like, oh, this is some bullshit. Y'all just out here on a whatever. I saw those the other day. I want them gray joints.
Yeah, they're only $37.
Oh, where at?
On Final Score, but they don't have any.
They were like kid sizes.
No, those are adult sizes. Might as well be kids because ain't nobody getting them but them.
So that has been an interesting experience. So these dudes know it, but if you follow me on Instagram, you know it. My kid had to ask a date that he already had secured out for homecoming. Just beyond me. Maybe that's what the children are doing these day and age.
Yeah, I had to explain that to I was like, when I saw the picture, I was with a couple people and I was like telling them, I was like, yeah, the whole concept to me seems odd that like they already agreed to go to the dance together, but then you had to go through the formality of making this sign, I guess, to make it official or something.
Maybe that's the Facebook official of high school students. I don't know.
So is this young lady technically his girlfriend?
No.
Oh.
So his homeboy Dylan is basically the plug for women. Well, I actually just had this conversation with him Saturday.
If you go back 2 episodes, maybe 3, when I said, "Ain't no way 5 or 6 dudes went to a girl house without it being other girls there."
No. See, here's the deal.
Okay.
For that particular one,
yeah,
yes, they did. Say what all I can go is what my kid has told me. But
I've been a kid. I've been around my friends.
Somebody got laid in that house that night and no one wants to say who.
It might not be laid. It might have just been some HJs or some BJs. But hey, okay. So even if you do the math, if it's 6 dudes, it was 3 girls there.
Probably.
All right.
I'll allow for it.
Yeah, I'll just say I don't been on some missions on some bikes.
But what it is so I'm gonna walk you around this whole loop.
Okay.
His mom, as much as I give her grief, has like season tickets to the Monsters.
Okay.
And has like decent seats. You know what I'm saying? You get decent, you can get down toward the glass, and you also get like you can go, you eat and all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? And loge seats, whatever the fuck.
Man, all this, but she never knows where her kid is.
Bruv. So his homeboy knows the girl that is going with my son by the Monsters games because her dad got tickets too. So that's how them two know each other. And then I was hanging out with them Saturday, and he was like, "Yeah, I know all kinds of girls because I play hockey and I play this. I'm saying, so I'm all over the place, and I meet all these people." And I go, "Yeah, you the plug, brother. People come to you when they need a date or."
Dylan
whatever. Has
the makings of the kid who peaks in high school and ends up with like 3 baby mamas by his mid-20s.
Yeah.
I don't know. What city is he living again?
He live in Lakewood.
But he's already got tattoos, and he's like...
He'll probably be a Lakewood police officer with a wife that he married at 17.
Well,
isn't it bad that like we're like plotting out these kids' future based on their current situation?
My hope for him is because he has some interest in for playing hockey, at least at the not quite professional level, but like minor league hockey. So maybe he can go some places. And I hope he do. I
like Hillary Duff's first husband.
So
that's the thing. Like, it's not like I hope that this kid ends up.
No doubt. Yeah. I know we don't wish ill upon him.
I'm just saying,
it's like waka.
It's gonna need like he's gonna need a push in the right direction if he's gonna escape this. Because sometimes you can't escape your upbringing.
Fate is what it is.
Yeah.
You're right.
Mostly, you can't escape the feeling of not wearing a condom. You can't escape that feeling.
Yeah, sometimes you blink and next thing you know you got 4 kids.
Well. Anyway, they come to me Wednesday of last week. Dylan comes to my house again. My mom's in Columbus right now, Because he came over my house quarter to 8 o'clock, and I'm like, bro, it's kind of late for a school night. And they're like, yeah, my mom's in Columbus right now. I'm like, I feel kind of right to be looking at her sideways sometimes, bro. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. And he's like, okay, so I go, because he comes to my door and he's like, where's Dan? I'm like, he upstairs. Because it's late-ish, you know what I'm saying? And he come back, he float back down. And he's like, and Xander just kind of like floating around me. I'm on the computer. I'm like, because it's Wednesday night, so I'm editing shows, and I'm like, what do you want, child? Because there's no way you just float over here about me without actually wanting something. So we need to make homecoming posters for the ladies, and so we need to go get some poster boards and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, cool, go get it, go do it. That's fine. Go do that. Because I guess Dylan needed his the next day because his girl was, even though she doesn't go to ours.
So they were asking to like bike to Target or something?
They were saying they was going to go to Family Dollar. And Family Dollar didn't have them, so they didn't go on to Drug Mart. You know Drug Mart. It's like the end of my street. So they went to Drug Mart and ended up getting them because Family Dollar didn't have them. But Dylan needed his the next day because his girl, who lives in a different city, was going to be in our neck of the woods playing whatever sport she played. I cannot recall. So he had to have his done. So he made it up, and I'm like, all right, cool. And so my Xander didn't need his until Saturday because the lady he's supposed to have now was playing near us, a city over. She plays soccer. So she was going to be there playing that soccer. So that's how that was going down.
So it's pretty much the equivalent of bringing flowers to the office. Like, hey, we already know we're together, but here, I want everybody to see you having flowers at your desk to make Bernice jealous.
I guess there was so. So
2 for you, Glen Coco.
So Friday night, my son is in the marching band, so you know what I'm saying, we are at the football game, and it's going, and I'm like, all right, cool, man, this game's going. We started early because it's supposed to be a storm coming in. All of a sudden, they just like, hey, y'all got to get the fuck out of this stadium. It's a storm coming in. And I'm like looking the wrong way, I guess. I'm looking eastward, and I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? It's beautiful out here.
Do you look behind you?
But then, when they tell us to leave, I'm like, all right, fine. So I go up the stairs, and I'm like, oh shit. It's like a Harry Potter Dementor is coming towards you, the sky flashing and shit. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't feel like cooking that night, and because I had ran through like basically all my food, and I need to go to the grocery store. So I was like, I'm gonna treat myself tonight. And I ordered Five Guys from DoorDash.
Yeah.
When the lady came with my food, it was fucking dumping.
Oh no!
So like, she pulled up to my side door, rolled down her window. I reached out, grabbed the bag. I said, "Thank you, have a good night," and I ran back in the house. Like, one arm went out back in. Like my feet didn't even leave the doorway.
She didn't knock over your gnome, did she?
No, my mom asked me about that last night because my dryer broke yesterday, and I know we got to finish your story.
No, that's all good.
But yeah, my dryer broke over the weekend, and I finally got to look at it last night and realized that the computer on it's fried. And so I texted my stepdad because I was supposed to get a free dryer a couple weeks back, and then my brother's stepbrother ended up giving it away. So I texted them just to be like, "Oh, it sucks that they gave that away because my dryer just broke." So like they ended up calling me, and I basically am gonna have to buy one from Best Buy, which I'll take care of in the next couple of days. But my mom was like bullshitting with me about like, "Oh, your birthday's coming up, and we'll take you out for food or whatever." And this that, and she goes, "Did you put that gnome out yet?" I went, "Nah." She goes, "Why not?" I'm like, I've been busy. And I had to run through the list of things I had done so that I could properly prove that I had, in fact, been busy.
This is my level of busy. So busy that I cannot open this box and put a gnome outside my door.
Well, I need to, do the landscaping. I got that shrub thing next to the door to trim out and everything.
Do you use the front door?
Only, when there's a knock at the door or, I got to get an Amazon package off the front steps.
Put that damn gnome right there next to the mail. Open it on the side with the mailbox. Keep it moving, man.
Well, no, his mailbox is on the side, though. I'm telling you, you got to put it up front.
I'm saying.
And not to mention, I had been looking at that for literally years to buy him. It's a cat with a gnome in his mouth, and I had it in my Amazon cart. And then that bitch went up like $30 fucking. And I was just like,
when I looked it up the other day, it was like $27. I kind of want to ask my mom where she got it from.
It went down. That bad boy was definitely upwards towards $60 not too long ago. And I had been looking at it back and forth. I might have just recently just took it out of my car, but I was like, I can't look at it, like I don't even know how big it is. Like it's like a whole line of them. People are freaking serious about these.
Well, the next
things.
time you guys come over for We Tried, you'll see it.
It could be downstairs. Huh? You don't gotta take it outside if you don't want.
I didn't say that I was. The box and its contents are currently in my house.
Okay.
Like to send me a picture of that gnome, please. Thank you.
Now I'm looking it up right now.
Oh, so all right. So because of the thunderstorm, they rushed out the stadium. Turns out, I'm like, where the fuck is my kid? Because I basically was sitting there waiting in the parking lot thinking, all right, well, they're going to let him go at some point. Turns out both bands were in the cafeteria at his school hanging out, playing each other. They played each other while they waited for the rain to pass. And then they finally was like, all right, we got to call the both teams agreed to call the game. They called it a tie. We were losing by 30 points with 2 minutes left in the first half. The fact they called that a tie is sin and a shame on the other team's part. You should have took that. They should have took that. We got that win. But I guess because we're I don't know how the divisions work in high school football. But I get my kid. I go get my other kid who was at the house waiting on us. I'm like, let's go to Target. We get some stuff. We go get supplies. And I'm like, y'all find a cool looking board.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's so cool.
I think the cat might be a different color, but it's pretty much that.
That's it. I found a cool board. Got like gold edges on it, shit like that. I bought some letters. See that one?
It was just a cat.
Oh, nice. A cat with the cat and all. And I hook it up, and I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm like, I lay it all out. I'm like, that is not going to look right. So next morning, I was like, cool. I just go to Walmart in the morning. I get some new stickers. We'll get it all done. Don't worry, son. I got you. I'm your dad. I got you. I had my man print out some docs with some stuff at work. So I'm saying to help do this. Box had written up the punch up already, so he knew we knew what the words were and everything. It was going to be breezy.
Punch up the jam.
So I get all this shit together. We make the poster, and I lay the letters out, and I say, all right, just do this. I come back, he did not the opposite of what I want to do, but he did. I'm like, what are you doing? How did you manage to make the letters go this far this way? The whole kerning was off. It's so upsetting to me as a person who...
That's kind of how I feel now when I look at the picture, and I go, damn, they didn't even buy the women's championship. They bought the men's tag belt.
I bought because I looked it up and it said that she was the Raw tag team champ. I don't know what the women's version is. In fact, I definitely don't think they had the women's version at Walmart. But I was like, if anything, it's the tag team belt, and that's what y'all doing. So y'all tag team to go to homecoming together. I made it work. So he does it. He goes. I got to drop him off at the stadium. I slip him $20. He can get in and out the stadium, and probably pay for his friends to get in and out the stadium. And I had been asked him, hey man, do you need to meet her parents or anything like that? There, because I don't know how this shit goes down. He's like, no, I don't need to do that. But sure as shit, her daddy was at that stadium waiting to watch that football game, watch that game, and so he ended up meeting her dad anyway, which I was like, cool. And her dad seemed to like him, and he seemed to like the whole situation. But yeah, I got this little high schooler that I'm raising, and it's so wild to see it as such, because I don't know, man. I just remember him as a baby. We gotta get some pickle pizza when we go to T-Dot, man. They got in Toronto, and that one don't even look as good as the ones I've seen, but that's okay looking. But yeah, my kid did the homecoming proposal and has a date and squared up, and I have no idea. I'm like, okay, so where are you eating at beforehand? Who's driving where? How do you get there?
How old is the young lady? Does she have a license?
Nah, bruh, I do not know, and I'm gonna go with nah.
I remember I was dating this girl who was, I don't know, she was a emancipated minor.
Yeah.
And she had her own car and stuff. And she used to like...
Is this one of those times where there's like 6 dudes and 3 women in one place?
No. This was past that time. And I remember my friend was like, he was with some other girls. He was like, Anthony probably ate her pussy for her to pick her up. I was like... And this is during the time, this is before, pussy was in vain. I was like, what are you talking about? But, yeah. No, but the 3 deep or being on a bike, that was like maybe 2 or 3. By this time, I had a job and stuff like that. Being on a bike, I remember one time, it was me and my friend Deontay. And it just seemed like during this time, in this space and time, all girls lived on Dove. For some reason,
I know the name of that.
It's a street off 131st. And so 131st is, so where we particularly live at it goes up to 130th. Then you go up 130th, and you like go a little counter corner, it's 131st. But 131st is not where dudes from Kinsman should be going at this time and space. So one night,
Even to this day, I would say.
no, yeah, that has.
Kinsman's kind of a no-fly zone for a little while there.
Well, no, Kinsman was the safe place. It's still. This is where I'm from. I'm anywhere that's around Martin Luther King. I'm still cool with it. Doesn't matter. But we weren't supposed to be going to 131st, and Dove is off 131st. So we get on the bike, and like I'm supposed to be home at 9:00. Period. Like every once in a while, my mother worked 2:30 to 11, but those nights I could stay out longer. But this night, my mother was working 8 to 5. She had already been home, and I needed my ass home by 9:00. So we went over to Dove, and we meet up with some girls, and it is like the most sweetest time ever. It's like girl got like Kool-Aid and stuff, and like she just treating us nice. We playing cards, and I'm looking at the time on the TV, and I hear like Martin coming on. I'm like, God damn, it's 8:30. We gotta go. And he was like, oh, like my friend was like, no. I'm like, dude, I rode the bike. We gotta go. We gotta go all the way home. And then like, so he's like, all right. And then like he doesn't ever get in trouble or anything like that. Like I remember one time he told his mother the truth about him, and she gave him $5. I'm like, even if I tell the truth, I'm getting in trouble. But yeah, it was always submissions. Like being on the bike was I miss those days.
Did you hear him, bro? They went, Martin.
Yeah, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
It's the I don't know, man. I was never on a late night. I was super scared of my mama, so I was like, I'm not fucking around with any of that. I was never wanting to get hit.
No one ever really asked where I was.
Yeah, every time you told me that, it hurt my heart a little bit. I worry about that.
Like I even like passed out one time at my buddy's house. I fell asleep.
Okay.
And I woke up the next day and came home, and no one asked me why I hadn't come home or where I'd been. They're just like, "I'll get your clothes changed. We're going to church."
Oh, okay.
We're gonna pray the reason away why you weren't
That
there.
actually was the last time I ever went to mass.
Like I was like, fuck this church shit.
I was never about that life to begin with.
For sure. It's all to the good.
It was interesting though to work on that project for that poster. Like, I was trying to watch the new Bill Burr special, and then when you texted that, I was like, it was almost like it became a mission of mine to try and make it as perfect as I could.
It's literally like so. Like I like.
It's what I imagine being a father would be like.
If you go look at it on my Instagram, it's a picture of my kid there. But my main point of that whole post is to celebrate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because when I need y'all's right there. And it's like, not even for no waiting around, no nothing. It was on point. It was like, all right, here's what we do. And I'm like, cool. Everybody's asking the right questions because I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know what to do. Like I said, I never dated in high school. We definitely wouldn't do homecoming proposals in high school. You know what I'm saying? I know that is a product of the time. And so y'all a little younger than me. Y'all a little hipper. Y'all can get to things. You know what I'm saying? And so when it came down to it, I came to y'all because I come to y'all for situations like this because I needed my mans with me, and that's how I got down, man. And they got my kid a date that he already had.
Yeah, like I said, I'm sure it'll be some other things that we'll probably be able to help you out with more. But I feel like this whole promposal thing, and you might have one of these things every year. I'm just surprised, like he going out with a girl and it's not even his girlfriend. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, just going on a date. And I'm like,
I was kind of shocked though when you said earlier in the story that Dylan met her at the Monsters game. I'll be talking to shit like anybody like when I go out in public like that.
Oh man, I remember.
But it's like, imagine if you will, I'm saying, being like whatever, around their age. I'm saying either 2 years earlier, 2 years.
Yeah,
later,
I definitely wouldn't be talking.
It's like, I love hockey as much as the next man, but hockey kind of can go sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You're just like, oh, hey, there's another kid. What's going on? Other kid? It just ends up being that way, you know?
Yeah, I remember I was told this by my brother, and it works. And if you know anybody who needs some confidence, do it. Just, walk up and talk to a random woman. Like, just do it.
Like, it's pretty apparent here the dynamic is Xander's going to be the one who's on the pretty much a straight and narrow. He's going to work hard, try and make something of himself. And Dylan's going to be the guy that Xander drags with him through life.
You know what? Sometimes
But Dylan's going to give Xander something that Xander lacks in himself, which is like that push.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
But then Dylan's going to be the one waking up on the couch in the morning. You know?
you would think that because I was the fuck up amongst my friends. I was the dude that always got in trouble. And then like I told you about my friend Deontay, like it was always like, well, if Anthony's with us, then we know Anthony's not doing something else. But then, like right around like 18 or 19, like the reverses came and it was like, y'all still fucking up. I'm not doing that no more. What is y'all doing? I'm like, did you tell me not to do that when we was 15? What is you doing?
Can't do it at 15, but at 19.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Do it at 15. Don't do it at 19.
Do when you can't go to jail for.
That was another question I asked. So during your story, the emancipation thing.
Yeah.
If you're an emancipated minor, are you still a minor?
To the degree that the law makes you, like, no smokes, you know what I'm saying? You ain't voting early or nothing like
Yeah,
that.
but
You ain't
like
getting
she
no
had her
liquor.
own place and everything.
But, yeah, you could have a job. You were in charge
what
of
about
your
like
destiny.
relationships?
I mean,
Like, could you be an emancipated minor at 17 and have like a 23-year-old boyfriend and then not
I
be?
do not. I don't think.
Not that I'm looking for that, but I'm curious. I'm always fascinated by loopholes.
I think the law.
It might not be a loophole
I think
there.
the law simply apply. It just means her parents can't be in her shit. It's basically
Like she
is
had
free
control of
funds.
her own money and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and could have a job, could have her own place.
Yeah.
Have her own sugar daddy.
I mean,
Yeah.
actually, it's funny. She did like date a dude that was like way older than her. That was like 23 years old. Who also, well, she's not my cousin, but she also dated my play cousin too. And I was just like, this dude's fucking everybody out here. And yeah, I think
He was the Dylan of your squad.
no, he was not on my squad. This dude was like 6 years older than me.
No.
Dylan was.
He's like the dude who graduated in like 98 was still hanging around the high school in 2004.
I keep on getting older. They stay the same age.
No, but Dylan was like talking about how some chick ran up on him. He was like, I got a girlfriend because he's super proud of his girlfriend. I'm like, well, that's dope of you, bro. Well, I'm glad you know what I'm saying. You love like that. But I go, if anything, I'll tell him like that make you the plug. That means you can put this dude on. Squirrely ass Nate. It's
Squirrely Nate.
It's like 4 Nates and Black Nate. So it's 5 Nates. But I'm saying one is Black Nate, Squirrely Nate, Band Nate.
Why couldn't all be Mike's?
It's funny. Well, my friend, of course, this is a very Deontay-centric episode. Like, he posted a post of, like, it was a Nautica coat, a Tommy Hilfiger coat, I think some Guess jeans, Mickey Mouse twirly ring. I was just like, it was either two things. Either that girl had a dope boyfriend or with the shaker. Either way, they weren't talking to us. And I just, then, like, other people was like, that wasn't true. I was like, yes, that was. Like, those rings was the shit back then. Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
I do, but then I don't. Like I said,
It's like a kinetic ring. It's like Mickey Mouse and then Minnie Mouse and then it just turned.
Yeah.
I just remember, like, one, if a girl had that, don't fight her because she's going to stretch your face up. Two, it was just like, those girls were just the upper echelon girls, and there was no way we was gonna talk to them. Don't make it be a 2-finger one. Jesus Christ.
legit boss.
Yeah. So, like that, what was one sign that you knew if you seen a girl like wearing or doing something that you couldn't talk to her?
I couldn't talk to girl.
Say, being a girl.
Existed, you know what I'm saying?
I guess I always went for the ones that I felt were like, it was like picking off the weak of the herd.
You are a lion, aren't you? Just
Yeah, like with the least amount of effort, didn't have to worry about nothing.
yeah.
Like I guess like whenever I feel like it's like maintenance or like attitude or whatever, I kind of like shy away because I'm like, this is too much.
Yeah.
I remember for a long time, if a girl drove a Chevy Cavalier, I had to have it. I was like, oh my God, I just love girls that drive Chevy Cavaliers.
It's so specific. What
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
All girls that drove Chevy Cavaliers just seemed to be cute to me at a certain time.
Man, you could have ran through Parma then back in the early 2000s.
Man, I wish I had. No, probably not. I probably wouldn't have strayed that far.
It's a very specific kink.
Yeah, like Parma, Ohio was like the Cavalier capital of the world.
They made them there, didn't they? Or like at least parts of them was like military?
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't
But like,
know.
all I know is like half the people in that fucking city was riding around in them in like 2005.
It was this was like around this is around like 1999 to 2003. Like even I would like to look up like what year it was, because it's like all girls that was kind of cute with short hair, and they drove a Chevy Cavalier real fast, and only one headlight worked.
I guess like if we were talking about a specific characteristic, it was a tan.
Because especially in high school, if a girl is wearing a tan and like got a tan, she got to have money to get a tan.
Yeah.
Two is like, because I went to Rhodes. Like, every girl ain't got a tan in there. Like, you could be Puerto Rican and you could have a tan.
Because I think that was the thing. It was like tan for me wasn't just like tanning booth. It was like you could have been like some sort of like Puerto Rican or something.
Ethnically ambiguous.
Yeah, or you could have been a white girl like who gotten tan. Like it all kind of molded together.
Because there's a difference. Because like you can go to a tan and then you just get red.
Yeah.
But then like when they actually get that bronze to them, like oh, something going on in the background.
Yeah. Some ingredient in your 100% is coming out to the forefront.
Your grandmother was a slow runner somewhere.
And just like that, that's episode 319 of Stage Crunchy Milk.
Well, one last thing before we go.
Okay.
Because I want to go back and eat my lunch. I sent you guys, I forwarded you a video the other day from Barstool where it was like the little white kid.
Hugging my friend.
Yeah, is it
Yeah.
bad that when I'm watching the video, the only thing I could think of near the end was, of course, the black dudes, the kids pulling away while they're running down the sidewalk.
Everybody thought that. And I've seen a couple different memes that go along with that video. It's funny the way memes are going nowadays.
Yeah, they really have, I don't know if you've noticed it, they have reinvigorated the blinking white guy meme to everything now. He shows up at all kinds of places. Shows up as God looking down at you. And stuff like that. The first guy who invented fire must have been and it's like the light, and then and then the me. It's like all those. I really have been impressed with when they take a meme and then they even add more to it. The woman pointing and screaming, and the cat on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
That thing is great, man.
And the Orange County Choppers or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I see the one puppet, his eyes rolling. I see that a lot now.
Yeah, I appreciate a solid meme, man. But we out here. It's Tatum 216. It's Lunchbox 2099. I'm missing man. It's the real ODP. I am the Internet Terror 713. You've just been podcast 2. I know you loved it.
Peace.
Get out of here.
Dad, what happened to you?